I'm going to be making a series of recordings of this Tropical Storm Eta over the next day because it's supposed to peak, let's see, it's Sunday morning now. It's going to peak tomorrow morning on Monday. But here, now, see here, here's what's happening as I'm watching. You get a few brief dry periods followed by, you see now the rain is coming down. This isn't too bad, but at times, as you're going to see, it really is coming down heavy. Now, point of reference, you see those two palmettos across the lake there? Now, one way to judge how much flooding is going on is by looking at the level of that lake. Right now, the lake is about, I'd say about 7 feet away from the 7 to 8 feet away from those two palmettos there joined together at the bottom. As a point of reference, in 2012, when we had Hurricane Isaac, it didn't hit here directly. It was kind of actually not even close, but the outer bands, the flooding was so intense that this lake level actually rose just past those two palmettos. It never reached that level again. So that's my point of reference. We're going to see what happens if you see that lake reaches beyond those two palmettos. You know that it's reached or exceeded what happened with Hurricane Isaac. It's high noon right now, and it's a lot darker than it was like an hour ago. And as you can see, much more rain. It's much more steady. It's almost 12:30 in the afternoon of November 8th, Sunday, and here in Broward County, and as you can see, the rain is now, it's no longer like in spurts, it's coming down pretty steadily. Again, let's keep an eye on those two palmettos across the lake there. Like I say, the high water mark previous, the record, was about 8 years ago in 2012 when the lake actually rose, I wouldn't say past them, but right up to them. Yeah, the lake rose right up to those two palmettos joined at the bottom. Just so you get a better view of it, I'm going to, focus in a little bit. Zoom in. Yeah, you see there? Right there. Those two palms joined together. So right now, it's rising inch by inch. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be very interesting. Wouldn't be surprised maybe if tomorrow we get at least halfway up there, but we'll see. Depends on just how much rain there is. As I said, it was in 2012 Hurricane Isaac. Here it wasn't a hurricane. Actually, it wasn't that close at all, but just brought an enormous amount of rain. Enormous. That was, and I'd say easily in the last 10 years, easily the heaviest rain. In fact, since I've lived here for 13 years, and I never saw it rise up to the level of where those two palms are joined together that high. It's come up since then about halfway, but never all the way up. 1:35 Sunday, November 8th, and still coming down at a nice steady rate, just constant. And I don't see, from the weather reports, I don't see any let up. It's going to go all afternoon, all night, and looks like all day tomorrow. So, quite a bit of rain. I could just see here on the edges of the lake, I could tell that it's rising up over where it was green here. You know what? Let me just focus in a little bit. Zoom in, that's the word. I don't know if you can see it, but you see there? I don't want to go outside and show you, but from here you can see All right, yeah, you could see there at the edge of the lake. You see that the green there. That's where the grass is. So it's up over where the grass was just a little while ago. So it's creeping up. It's definitely creeping up. There we are here. You know what? I could be wrong. Maybe it's no, it's not my imagination. Yeah, it's going up higher. It's going up higher. Yeah, you see there. Here, one way to tell is you see that. Here, let me get focus right in on it. Yeah, you see this palm branch there, where it is relative. We're going to get a pretty good idea of how quickly this is rising just by looking at that palm branch. Hopefully, it doesn't get blown away. It just stays there. But the big way is just looking right there. You see the base there of those two trees. Yeah. So I wouldn't be too surprised that by late tomorrow it's halfway up at the least. It could be higher. It's now almost about exactly 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Again, Sunday, November 8th. The rain is coming down steadily. I would say the wind is picking up. Yeah, definitely picking up. I think it's, oh, wow. See the gust here? Nice gust. Wow. That's a gust, I'd say that's about a 35, 40 mile an hour wind gust. Now, you could tell, I'm going to focus in on something. Remember I told you about the two palm trees? You could see them across the way, palmettos, but there's a branch there. There's a tree branch that was, as I pointed out, I'm going to focus in on it or zoom in on it. I keep saying focus. All right, zoom in. Okay, so here, that branch, you see that branch? You see how high the water is gained up on that branch, several inches. In other words, it rose several inches right there. Right. Let me come in closer on that because we're gonna check on that branch again later on. But there it is. There's that branch. As you can see, that water level is definitely rose on there. So the rain is coming down. I wouldn't say it's super heavy, but it's steady. It's steady. It just keeps on and on going and going and going. We should have even a lot more rain all through the night. It's not stopping. It's not stopping. Just continue. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. I'm pretty sure at the rate it's going, by tomorrow morning, that branch should be almost entirely underwater. And as I said, it's creeping up towards there. Once it gets up there, it's going to reach where those two palmettos meet at the bottom there. That will be the level, about the level it was when Hurricane Isaac hit in 2012. If it goes any higher, it'll beat that record. So we're going to see what happens. 407, pretty steady rain right now. At this exact moment, it's not real heavy, but it's consistent. We're just there's no stop to rain. Believe me, just you had to wait a few minutes, maybe. Yeah, see, right now, all of a sudden, boom, more rain. Now the big thing is that lake is rising fairly quickly here. Let's zoom in on the infamous branch. That's how you could tell. You remember how it was? You see? You see? Way up there. That branch, I guarantee you, by tomorrow morning, it'll be completely underwater. Actually, it'll probably be underwater in about two hours. I don't know. It's, the sun, there's not much sunlight after about 5:30 this time of year here. So I'll try to get you another shot of this before we run out of daylight. It's about 4:30 now. The rain is even heavier than it was before. I looked up the weather, and we're going to have heavy rain that won't let up until tomorrow afternoon, around maybe by 2 o'clock. When I say let up, it might still be raining. It just won't be as much. But who knows with this storm? Who knows with Eta? Oh, interesting thing here. Look at all these ducks. They're really enjoying. Here, let's focus in on the. Oh no, actually, let's zoom in. Yeah, there's the ducks, right by the. Oh my God! Look how it's almost under that tree branch, which we've been watching since this morning. You can see there it is. The duck is next. It's between the two ducks there. That tree branch is. Yeah, I mean, but I'm sure. I mean, I'm 100% sure by tomorrow morning it'll be completely underwater. I'm only going to be able to look at this for maybe another hour due to, well, two things. Number one, the sun sets earlier this time of year, plus it's so dark outside from the clouds. That's another reason. So maybe another hour of daylight. But quite a thing, and we really don't have all that much distance to go. Let's see if we to beat Hurricane Isaac's record. It's about 10 minutes to 5, and because the sun sets earlier this time of year, and especially because of the thick clouds, this will be my last shot of the day because losing the daylight. But as you can see, since this morning, this lake has risen quite a bit. Again, because I'm using it as a basis of estimation, let's zoom in on the infamous tree branch. And there, yeah, almost just a little bit more, and that's going to be underwater. I guarantee you, tomorrow morning, when I look there, I won't even see a tree. It's going to be underwater. Absolutely. Now, the big question is the water level going to rise to the Hurricane Isaac levels and reach those double trees there? We'll see. That was a lot of rain from her, and it lasted for several days. Now, again, just to give you another idea, you can see it a little bit here on the far side, but let's look down here. And yeah, you see that light green there under the water? Yesterday morning, that was all exposed grass. Now the water has risen above that, and it'll keep on rising. A lot of right there, the grass there on the edge there, at the bottom edge, that should be underwater tomorrow. So this is the last shot of the day because we're going to lose sunlight again. There's the branch, there's the double trees, and we're back to 1 point. Yeah, there we are. So going to be real curious. As I said, the weather, according to weather, nothing starts easing up until tomorrow afternoon. This hurricane or tropical storm Eta should be at its closest approach sometime early tomorrow morning. So I expect to be lying here at night, up here in my bedroom, and hearing a lot of rain out there. Although, you know what? I haven't, no lightning at all. No lightning. Okay, so that wraps it up for Sunday, November 8th, Hurricane or Tropical Storm Eta. And I'll be back tomorrow, and let's all take a look at that time at how high the lake level, the water level has risen.